Good day, good day, good day, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. Let me turn on the live on Instagram. I'm still testing out being live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Morning Sip with Red Melissa. I am Red Melissa, and SIP stands for Spirit in Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. Yes, it does. Practice makes progress. So I'm looking for, oh, there it is. I was looking for my eyeglass wiper because my glasses, I just cleaned them like 2 minutes ago and somehow they got dirty again. So, yes. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Happy Cinco de Mayo. It's May 5th, so happy Cinco de Mayo, and I hope all is well. I am Red Melissa. This is Morning Sip with Red Melissa. SIP stands for Spirit and Practice because practice makes progress. So I use the spiritual technology. I use the technology of spiritual psychology, spiritual practices, and universal principles to support people in disrupting limiting patterns of thinking, limiting patterns of believing, limiting patterns of behaving by prioritizing their mind and their heart to reveal the healing from within. This, y'all, is my ministry of joy where I support people in living life in joy, connected to their yes. I am an ordained interfaith minister, a licensed religious science practitioner, a spiritual life coach, and the spiritual director, senior minister at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, a new thought center in New York. So if you need support, please reach out to me. I will put up my social media information scrolling there at the bottom of your screen at I am Red Melissa. Reach out and we could set up some time to talk. So let me say good day to my congregation of joy. Good day, Linda from the mountains of Colorado. I hope you don't have any snow, girl. I hope you don't have any snow. Good day, Miss Bliss, Pamela. Good day. I hope you are well. Good day, Shay. You go live, girl. All right, Shay. Thank you for that encouragement. I appreciate you. Happy Friday, Tim. It's good to see you. And Tim is giving a shout out to everybody as he does. So, welcome again, everyone, to Morning Sip with Red Melissa. And so today we are wrapping up our silence series, and it has been absolutely delicious for me. I hope it has been delicious for you. It's been something. I loved this series. So it wind up going 2 weeks because that's what it needed to be, right? And we just go with the flow with these things. Yes. So I'm going to do a recap and then I'm going to share a little bit more and then we're going to call it done. We're going to call it done. So, first, let me check in. Have you been practicing silence? Practicing silence. How have you been doing with just going within and being in with the silence? How is that going for you? And remember, silence means stillness, quiet, to put to rest. And the origins of the word is Latin, meaning to be quiet, to be quiet. So we're listening to the silence speak. And we did some of that last night with our meditation with the full flower moon. So shout out to everybody who joined me last night. Excuse me, who joined me last night for our meditation with the full flower moon. It was amazing. So, just to recap, we've been on a journey these last 2 weeks, but I'm just going to focus on this week with Ernest Holmes, with Eckhart Tolle, and with Jacob Needleman. They have been our journey partners with the silence. So let me just check in with the comments before I do the recap. Tim, thank you. Support and donate. So I'm going to talk about that in the Joy News, what Tim is talking about. Then the brilliant sunshine and the snow on the ground has melted. A yummy day. Don't we love those yummy days? Yes, we do. And Tim is saying, oh, yes, sometimes silence is golden. Yes. And Linda is sharing, yes, she's been practicing, or she's noticed monkey mind trying to chime in. It's okay because the mind is doing what the mind does, right? Thinking, 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 thinking. The mind with a small m, but the capital letter M, the one mind, that is the mind that we are connecting with when we go into the silence. So it's beyond our finite mind. We have a finite mind that is connected, that is I hate to say a part of, but sometimes the language just doesn't capture what you want to say perfectly. But it is a part of the infinite mind, right? The one creative source of everything is who and what we are. Yes? But we have to recognize it more. We have to be it. Yes? So let's recap. Ernest Holmes said, the spirit within me is in perfect rest. So when we feel that monkey mind, Linda, we don't fight against the monkey mind. That's one of the reasons why I love transcendental meditation so much, because the monkey mind is welcomed. We don't fight against it. We don't struggle it. We don't try to quiet it down. We don't try to ignore it. We just let it do what it does, right? Just let it do what it does, because with transcendental meditation, the thoughts are just a part of the process. The thoughts are a process of relieving and releasing stress. And that's one of the major reasons why transcendental meditation really aligns with me. Just the release of stress, to reframe the monkey mind as, I'm just releasing stress. I'm just releasing stress. All that tick, 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 tick. I'm just releasing stress. Just releasing stress. Right? Mm. We got to do a transcendental meditation series. That'll be cool. All right. The center of my being is quiet and poised. So that is from Ernest Holmes, The Science of Mind text. And then we went with Eckhart Tolle through uh, I'm so glad I rediscovered this book, Stillness Speaks. So it was Eckhart's book after he did The Power of Now. So it didn't get as much shine as The Power of Now, but it is good, and it's smaller too. It is good. And so one of the takeaways that I shared from Eckhart Tolle's book is, it is only through stillness that you can be aware of silence. It's only through stillness that you can be aware of silence. And then Jacob Needleman brought it home for me, y'all, when he talked about the proper work of the mind. He said the proper work of the mind functions at two levels: the level of silence and the level of expression. And many of us think that the proper function of the mind is thinking thinking, but thinking is an expression of the mind. It's an expression, one of the expressions, right? So the proper function of the mind is at the level of silence and expression. Everything is created from the silence, right? And he encouraged us to nourish our mind by the silence of the fertile void of pure being, the fertile void of pure being. Yes, the soil, the soul is fertile ground, right? And we get to be and nourish ourselves in the pure beingness, in the pure spirit, in the pure universe, in the pure God, in the pure creator, whatever it is that you want to call it that works for you. to nourish ourselves in the silence. So know that it is spirit within us that does the work. We think that we do it. We think that we do all of it all by ourselves. But what our brother Jesus said was what? It is the God within me that doeth the work. So it is the indwelling spirit within us that does the work. So we could stop struggling and we could stop hustling, right? And we could just know that within us is everything that we need to do what is ours to do, right? Go and be silent. Stop struggling, stop hustling, be silent. Be silent and listen to the silence. Listen to what the silence has to tell you about your passion, about your work, about your assignment, about today. How about just today? Silence, what is mine to do today? Right? Just today. Yes? And then we concluded the other day with some questions that Jacob Needleman posed. And this is all from the Gospel of Thomas by Jean V. Leloup. And the forward is by Jacob Needleman. Okay. So, two of the questions he posed: what would it mean to attend to your inner state of being? And I think I wrote these questions down. And yes, I did. So let me put them up. What would it mean for you to attend to your inner state of being? And then the second question is, what would it bring to you to keep a quiet mind? What would it bring to you to keep a quiet mind along, let me put that up, with your passion? What would it bring to you to keep a quiet mind with your passion and commitments to your daily living? That is the question that I posed to myself in my inspirational journaling the other day. What would it bring to me to keep a quiet mind with my passions, my commitments, and my daily living? What would it bring to me? It would bring me joy. It would bring peace and harmony and knowingness and groundedness to be anchored in the silence of who I am. That's what it would bring to me. And I suspect it would bring to you your quality, right? The quality that we have all committed to embodying more fully and expanding in 2023. And so if you're new to SIP, what that means is everybody has committed to a quality that they are embodying for the year, and their thinking and their speaking and their sharing and their being and their doing. It is grounded in that quality. So someone might have a quality of abundance, of steadfastness, of compassion, of courage, of love, whatever it is, of bliss. Yes, Pamela, right? So is it a possibility? And I believe that it is, that being within your quiet mind, being in the stillness of silence, would bring you more of the experience, that outward expression of bliss, Pamela, of abundance, Sekou, of courage, Bonnie, of evolving spirituality, Ron, of confidence. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We get to use the tools, put it into practice. If you can't apply it, you don't need it. You don't need it. It has to be applicable, something that we can practice. That's in the universe of Red Melissa. Y'all could do whatever y'all like to do. I'm just making suggestions and recommendations based on what I know works for me and for the people that I work with in coaching. I know that it works. So I got two cards today, y'all, for this wrap up. So, to capture it in a summary, this is what I want you to know. This is what I would invite you to take away from the silence series. Our inner silence is the container for infinite space. Infinite space is a container for infinite possibilities. Infinite possibility is a container for creativity. Creativity is a container for silence. Silence is a container that is open at the top so that spirit can pour itself in us. Ooh, that gives me chills, y'all. That gives me chills. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back. Our inner silence is the container for infinite space. Infinite space is a container for infinite possibilities. Infinite possibility is a container for creativity. Creativity is a container for silence. Silence is a container that is open at the top so that spirit, sweet spirit, can pour itself in me. Woo! Mm. Let's take a sip of that. Let's take a sip of spirit pouring itself in us over and over and over again for eternity. Because, y'all, we are the fulfillment of God's destiny. Remember, we talked about that? How the butterfly is the fulfillment of the caterpillar's destiny. We are the fulfillment of God's destiny. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So, we're going to end our silence series with a reading, real brief, from Howard Thurman. And I shared this last night in our meditation with the moon. And it's from his book, Meditations of the Heart by Howard Thurman. And he has an essay that is titled, Silence is a Door to God. He writes, there is very great virtue in the cultivation of silence. There is very great virtue in the cultivation of silence and strength to be found in using it as a door to God. Such a door opens within. When I have quieted down, I must spend some time in self examination in the presence of God. We can use silence as a door to God. But guess what, y'all? You have to open the door. You have to open the door. You have to open the door. Cross over the threshold, right? Behold, behold, just the greatness of that. Just by taking that step over the threshold, beyond the mind, that monkey mind, right? That we need. We need the monkey mind, right? Beyond the monkey mind, beyond the finite mind, right? Beyond the limiting mind. Yes? And we step into the one mind of silence, of infinite possibilities. Yes? So, what does the silence have to say to you? Was the question that I posed last night in our meditation with the moon as a prompt for our inspirational journaling. What does silence have to say to you? Let silence speak, whisper in your inner ear, listening with our spiritual ears. And guess what? If you don't listen, you won't get the message. Go in, go within. That door to God is always open, but we have to step over the threshold. We close the door, y'all. We do. We close the door. So let's open it up. Let's open it up. Yes? All right, y'all. All right. What does silence have to say to you? Let's take that with us for the weekend. And I would invite you to use it as a part of your inspirational journaling. And I'm typing it in so I can put it up on the screen. What does silence have to say to you? Open the door. Open the door. There we go. There we go. So it's a wrap. Silence is a wrap. The silence series is a wrap. I hope that you got something from that you can apply in your life. I really, really do. All right. So before we go into some joy news, let me just check the comments. Shay, Shay reframed monkey mind to monk mind. All right, Shay, I see what you did there. I like it. And Chippy Chain said, Amen. That's how my meditation starts, a releasing. Yes, that's a great practice. Hey, Laura, it's good to see you. I have never looked at meditation and at the monkey mind that way. Thank you. You are very, very welcome. Linda said, Be still and know that I am God from the Psalms. Yes, yes, yes. Got some yes from Laura. Miss Bliss is here. You're very welcome, Laura. You're very welcome. Thank you all for being with me today. Let's get into some joy news because I got some joy news to share. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I am so excited, y'all. I said that the other day and someone said back to me, You're always excited. And I'm like, yes, I'm excited about life because life is excited about me, right? So, yes, I am usually excited. I am usually excited. So, let's start here. Let's start with the meditation with the moon. Thank you all who joined me last night. I really appreciated you sticking in there because I had to change the time from 8:30 to 9:30 because mama had a lot of things to do and time got away from me. And so I had to push it back an hour. But y'all showed up, and I am so grateful to all of you who did. If you missed it, you can always check out the replay and you can always do it again. You can have your own meditation with the moon anytime you desire. It's always available on YouTube at I am Red Melissa. It's really easy to find it there. And while you're there, please subscribe, like, and make comments on my YouTube channel at I am Rev Melissa. So, the meditation with the moon was the flower moon last night, and there's a lot of energy. So, the moon, the full peak illumination of the moon happens today around 1:36 p.m. Eastern time. But there's other things happening at the same time. There's a lunar eclipse today, and we are currently in a Mercury retrograde. So if things been like kind of slow or sluggish for you, and the technology's been a little wonky, Mercury, y'all. Blame it on Mercury. We're in a Mercury retrograde that ends on May 14th. So, other joy news that I want to share is today is Deborah Riva's exhibit. Deborah was one of my guests last week on a special sip, and she came on and she shared some of her art with us. I'm going to put up one right there. I call this one Man Stepping Over the Dog, and someone else in the Congregation of Joy called it The Bumblebee and the Ant, I think it was, because Deborah doesn't title any of her pieces. Here's another one. I just call this one Dancing, right? Just having a good old time. And then here's one more for you, and I call this one Buildings. So that's just a sneak peek, but the art exhibit starts today. The opening reception is today in Brooklyn, New York at My Gallery NYC. It's at 587 Franklin Avenue. So if you're in the area, if you could get to the area, please come to the opening reception tonight, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. It will be wonderful to see you in person, y'all. I can see y'all in person if you can make it. Also, today, I just want to shout out some of our Congregation of Joy have shows happening today. Lindsay has a show at 12 o'clock today called Practicing Infinite Possibilities. So please support Lindsay with her show. Also, Fee King has her show today at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So please support Fee King's show on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Just go to Fee King. And then, y'all, I need a drum roll. I need a drum roll for my next announcement that I've been announcing. Yes, my installation is happening tomorrow, y'all. Let me put this down. Tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time in person on Zoom and streaming on Facebook Live. So I hope as many of you who could be with me in person come in person. It's at the Rhino Comedy Club. Yes, the Rhino Comedy Club in Suffern, New York, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're having a wonderful spiritual sacred ceremony and then a celebration right across the street at a wonderful restaurant. So I hope you can make it. If you can't, go to Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living and you can watch us on Zoom. Get the Zoom link by going to our website, rocklandcsl.org, or go to our page on Facebook, Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, and you will watch the live stream there. Okay? So in conjunction with that, I want to go back to thank you, Laura. Laura's giving me a woohoo! Congratulations. Yes, yes. All right, let me go back one for Julian. Julian saying that I could change the meditations with the moon back to 4 a.m. I used to do the meditations with the moon at 4 a.m. when I first started doing it in 2020. And we had a ball. People showed up. Julian was there. Nan was there. Tim would be there. It was a bunch of us there at 4 a.m. meditating with the moon. And then I changed it to 8:30 p.m. So maybe every now and then I'll do a 4 a.m. Julian. But girl, it might just be the two of us. I don't know. I don't know. But let me go back to Tim's comment about support and donate. So if you go to my Facebook page, you will see that I put up a fundraiser post for Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. It is an opportunity to, one, support Rockland CSL, where I am the spiritual director, senior minister. I will be installed as such tomorrow, as I have shared. Rockland CSL is a community of love and joy. We see no strangers there. Everyone is welcome. I say, come get what you need. And I say, come receive what you need. Come and receive what you need. I say something else, but it can't come. I can't think of it right now. And so there's a post up. All right, my installation launches our spring fundraising appeal. So I would so appreciate my Congregation of Joy supporting my ministry of joy. If anything that I have shared with you through my morning sips, through my sermons, through my Sundays and praise has spoken to you, has fed your spirit in any way, I would so appreciate you giving to Rockland CSL, my spiritual home, and where I get to be the spiritual director. And it is such a blessing to me. It's such a blessing to me to be able to serve in this way. And so I just want to shout out right now to Shay Bird. Yes, Shay has already made a contribution to Rockland CSL. Thank you so much. And I made a comment back to you, Shay, that the number 11 has been showing up for me all week long. That number 11 has been showing up for me all week long because Shay made a contribution that included the number 11. So thank you, Shay, for your gift. And thank you all in advance for your giving this. I really appreciate it. My goal is $3,500 for our spring fundraising appeal, which is nothing in the mind of God because we are abundant and we are prosperous. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So, Julian, love is free and abundant at Rockland CSL. Oh, Julian, thank you. And I'm going to see Julian tomorrow. She'll be there in person for the installation. Oh, Linda, too early, huh? 4 a.m. equals 2 a.m. Mountain Time. I tried the middle of the night was hard for me. Yeah, see, Julian, it'll just be the two of us at 4 a.m. It'll just be you and I. But we'll see. We'll see. So I think that's all the joy news that I have to share. Again, please go to my Facebook page. It's on I Am Red Melissa. It's on Rockland CSL, and it's on my personal page, Melissa Mora Nobles, and give today to Rockland CSL. I so appreciate that. I will see you all back here live on Tuesday. Let me just remind everybody the flow. Sunday is Sunday in Praise, where I share an inspirational sermon, an inspirational talk. Monday is Monday Sip, and that is a best of sip where I will share a replay. And then we are back live on Tuesday. All right. So watch the replays, y'all. Make your comments. Do all the things that you would do if I was live. I really appreciate it. I go back and I read them. So it really makes a difference to me personally to know that this work is reaching you. Okay. All right, y'all. I don't want to leave y'all. I don't want to leave. You'll see me hesitating, right? But let me call it. Oh, it's after time. So let me wrap this up by saying peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy. Yes. And in the silence too. Connected to our yes. I love you all.